Hello, Ray Phoenix here. Welcome to Let's Play Rockman X3 Part 4. We're taking on the next Maverick in the game, and it looks like a water-type Maverick. Some kind of fish guy stands on his tower and lets himself get zapped by lightning, so he's gonna jump down the tube, flow through the water. Otto from Mega Man 7 is watching something on TV, and he suddenly turns into a Japanese naval flag, and his name is finally revealed as being Electronemesaurus. What's that supposed to mean? Well, it seems like they meant to call him Mizu, or some sort of pun on Mizu, which is Japanese for water, which seems to make sense considering the fact he seems to be a water-type guy, but his level doesn't really have water in it at all. Instead, it has the opposite of water. It has those tubes in the background, those cylinder tubes with electricity flowing through them, like he lives in some sort of engineering lab or something like that. Also looks like one of the levels from the Batman game on the NES, where Batman saw those test tube embryo things, like some sort of cloning project is being made, and that was supposed to be the game based on the 1989 Batman movie. We're gonna go down this secret path. It's not really much of a secret, because there's a platform that you can clearly stand on that clearly takes you to this path. It's not really a secret path. And we have all the weapons, all necessary weapons we need to take on the boss we're gonna be encountering in this secret passage, this not so secret passageway, where stuff is falling from the ceiling, like the sky is falling. Yeah, Chicken Little was right, the sky really is falling in this level. And there's those menace things against them, the most challenging enemies in the game. They have a specific weak point you're supposed to hit, and it's hard and they keep using their maces to block them, so it's almost impossible to hit their weak spot a lot of the time. It's like they're standing there mocking you, saying, "Ha, you can't kill me. I can't really do much myself, but I could still destroy you." Oh look, remember this guy from the original Mega Man X? The ghost of Boba Fett is back, and he turned into Vile from the original Mega Man X. And we don't have Zero this time around to help us. Zero isn't here. So we're gonna have to take him on mano-y-mano. But thankfully, they made Vile a complete total wuss in this game. You can easily get into this rhythm here, where you're gonna simply blast him several times with the X cannon that is on Mega Man X's or Rockman X's arm. And look at that, I already took out a quarter of his health. I'm just killing him off very slowly, and he's barely doing anything to me. It's like he wants to kill me. It's like he has the urge to rip my head off. But he can't do any of that because I'm just jumping around and dashing over him. Because I remember Mega Man X didn't have the air dash in the original Mega Man X. That's the only game in the series that doesn't have air dashing. If only Mega Man X or Rockman X had air dashing in the first game, he'd be able to kill Vile easy without the help of Zero. Well, this time around, he has those necessary upgrades. Even has the Buster upgrade too, the X Buster upgrade. But you don't really get much time to charge it up. But he's so weak and wimpy, you don't even really need charge shots to destroy this guy. Doesn't even look like he's staying on the ground anymore. It's like he's slowly levitating above the ground. And that new upgrade he put into that mech of his, destroy his mech, and of course he's gonna jump out, so we have to fight him on foot this time. Well, he's on foot this time around, using that obnoxiously large cannon that he probably got in the Clone Wars to blast us and send those streams of fire at us. And we're still doing quite a significant amount of damage against him. And I got some sub-tanks that I could use to fill up my health, so I don't have to run out of health while fighting against this Vile guy, this robot Vile, whatever he's called. I don't know, I guess he kind of is like a bounty hunter-like thing. Imagine Sigma would get bounty hunters to help him in his fight against Mega Man X. And of course, he doesn't stay permanently dead unless you kill him using his weakness. The last attack to be inflicted against him must be done with his weakness. He has more than one, I think, but the weakness I prefer to use is the Ray Splasher, whatever it's called. The weapon we got from that tiger guy, and now we killed Vile again. Vile is now dead again. And we know he's dead because he's going to explode. Yeah, like what happens to balloons when you fill them up with too much air or something like that. Or something that would just randomly happen in a robot chicken skit where someone's head would just magically explode for nothing. Or something that happened in that Angry Dad cartoon that Bart Simpson made. We only have 50 seconds to get out of here. So of course I'm going to take my time and collect all these health pickups, and oh, look at that, a 1-up. 1-ups or something will be needing lots. I'll just pick up battles, really take my time here. They put these guys to attempt as a feeble attempt to try to slow us down, but one charge shot is more than enough to kill a whole legion of them. A whole platoon of them can usually get killed just by using our average weapons. Just making us go for this jump for the skin. It's the same stuff we've seen before. Only a gimmick is, only they added a bunch of explosions around the place to create the psychological effect that we're going to be dead soon. Well, which is kind of hard because we have a timer, but it's really easy to get to the end of this segment without them before the timer counts down to 0. And this is going to take us back to the first level of the game. Remember a long time ago, I saw some guy named Cavalry, some guy did Mega Man X perfect runs, and he did some sort of dashing technique to get through that laser detector thing without getting attacked. He did most levels in the first 8 Mega Man X games without getting a hit. I actually quite praise him for that. He was quite remarkable how he was able to do that without getting hit. He mostly did that because Rome Mithril wouldn't do those perfect runs of the Mega Man X games, since Rome Mithril seems to hate the Mega Man X series for some reason, so we got Kevel to do it instead. And Kevel, I think, did a really great, awesome job. He also, remember, he made a video where he put Mega Man X7 in a blender and tried to see if it would blend. He did the same thing with the Justin Bieber CD, if I'm not mistaken. And Mega Man X's blast could go through walls as well, too, something I hear that eventually his plasma shots, or whatever they're called, won't be able to do eventually in the future games. Just picked up that heart tank, that hidden heart tank that was there. You could easily get that. We've collected quite a few heart tanks already. It seems like our health is still, pathetically small, and we still get killed in only a few small hits. Because we still don't have the armor upgrade yet. The body armor is whatever it is. I know if we use a charged shot with, I think it's Gravity Beetle's weapon, if we have a fully charged Gravity Beetle's weapon, we use it to adjust the gravity so we can get up that shaft thing, but it looks like we're in Boomer Kawanger stage all of a sudden. I wonder if they built this in the same place Boomer Kawanger stage was. I mean, levels in Mega Man X games always seem to be set in like a small general area, not all over the world like it was in the classic series. It's like they're all in one somewhat small area. So maybe this was made in the same area or the same place where we saw Boomer Kawanger stage, but there isn't any water at all in this level. I haven't noticed any water really at all. So that whole animation it showed at the beginning where it's introducing us to the Maverick we'll be fighting against in this level, that's a complete total lie. So you just think it's going to be like some sort of waterworks level. Like in the first Bubsy game, when Bubsy would jump down those water slides in some levels of his games, you just think we're going to come across something like that, but we don't. Sometimes wonder why they even used an aquatic type or aquatic fish guy looking thing as the Maverick for this level, and they could have used something that's probably more relevant to electricity. What kind of creature would be more relevant to electricity? I don't know, an electric eel maybe? Well, no, or, I don't know, yeah, the electric, I can think it's an electric eel, maybe even some of those Australian creatures they have that live in the outback that violently attack anything, like a snake maybe, or a viper or something. Like some deadly viper may have been a better creature to use for something like this. And they still just like to randomly throw all sorts of enemies just because they know we'll run into them, and we'll get hit, and we'll lose a bunch of health, and we'll get killed very easily. And they even put this electric trap. Looks like those things from Donkey Kong Jr. Yeah, I guess it's more proof the Mega Man games are like sole successors of Donkey Kong. This does feel a lot like Donkey Kong Jr. almost. In that level where it made computerized sounds, and to jump over the electricity stuff that's randomly getting thrown at us. I think we're at the boss already, the Maverick we're going to be taking on. I forget his name already because it's very forgettable. A lot of the Mavericks in this game have forgettable names and weird names that no ordinary person is intended to pronounce. Let's call him the Fish Guy because that name seems to fit him perfectly. Why don't you get the Fish Guy to come after me? All he does is stand there. That was Emperor Edward Palpatine in low-budget Star Wars episode Revenge of the Sith. Just get the Fish Guy. All they come and get to it because all he does is stand there and do nothing. And this guy seems to be that very same case. All he likes to do is just stand there and do nothing, only allowing me to drill into him, like what we did to Toad Man in Mega Man 4, where you could use the Drill Man's weapon on Toad Man and drill into him, like drilling into a frog, or Toad, or whatever he is. I guess that makes perfect sense, and Mega Man X or Rockman X logic is very similar logic to the classic Mega Man series, so I guess it makes perfect sense that a drill would be a useful thing to use against a fish or an amphibian or something, or some sort of amphibious creature, maybe even a reptile maybe, or something like that. I think we got him locked now. It's like we have him locked where he's not going to do anything but just jump in the air, stand right in front of us, just so we could drill another thing into him. There we go, we drilled him. We really drilled him, screwed him over. We got him, to explode again. So, he's just going to explode into a plain white abyss. And then it's just going to play that jingle, fanfare jingle, and then it's going to make this. And then the box is going to do a thing, yeah, like you won. Yeah, and it's going to show us the new weapon that we earned. Which fruity weapon did we earn this time around? Oh look, it's like some sort of, that's supposed to be anyways. Looks like a buoy or some kind. You get. What is it? Triad Thunder. Oh, it's another shield type weapon. Yeah, because those Mega Man games have some kind of shield in them at some point in the game. Or never. So after going to Toxic, to that seahorse, that Toxic Seahorse, whatever his name was, so after you go to his stage, I did a bunch of grinding to fully fill up our sub-tanks, because we'll be needing them for this stage for sure. Then we could go after this guy, another water-type guy. Another guy looks like he belongs in the water. What's with this game and water-type Mavericks? This game seems like to put water-type Mavericks. Scissors Shrimper. Yeah, he's probably made out of shrimp. This is making me crave steamed shrimp. Just go kill him and batter him in breading and cook him and deep fry him well enough and go past the cocktail sauce too. I bet he'd taste really great with some cocktail sauce. Ironically enough, there's no water anywhere in this level too, just like the other one. Instead, it's like we're being thrown right into the sky, where we're in some sky construction yard or something like that, or some sky plant yard or whatever this is supposed to be. I think it's one of those obnoxious enemies that's got thrown into from the sky, but randomly spawned from the sky. Yeah, more stuff falling from the sky. And look at this, it's revenge, sweet melancholy revenge for all those times he blocked our way. And there is a mini boss thing, or some kind of boss in this level. Oh look, there he is, it's Bite. Hi, I just came back from Macca's. I ate too many Big Macs again. You can see my large belly, my large shiny belly they took all the effort to polish. It looks like a crystal ball almost. I think I could see the future of it, and I could see your head getting ripped off in the near future. Screw you, Bite. I'm just gonna go and blast off you. Sometimes I feel like I fight against him. I feel like those people in that movie Scream when they're fighting against that ghost face thing, and then they yell like, F you, ghost face, and then they jab into or something like that. Like in that Mad TV skit or whatever it was when they had Snuggles appear, and then she's like, see you in hell, Snuggles, see you in hell, Bite. Yeah, because that's what Bite did. There we go. We just murdered him right there, using the Ray Splasher again. This game really seemed to know that Ray Splashers were the best weapon in the game. It's probably why they made every Maverick, almost every special Maverick in this game, except for Bit, is weak against the Ray Splasher. Yeah, it's such a great weapon. We'll just make everyone's weakness the Ray Splasher. This game already is incredibly flawed enough as is. Let's just make it a little bit more flawed to add to the theme of this game. It's a flawed game. It's a flawed, complex masterpiece, as some people may call it. I saw one guy, I think it was Cowboy, that actually had that this game is his favorite Mega Man X game, or Rockman X game. Now, this game's decent, but I don't think it's like the best one. At least most people wouldn't say it's the best one. And oddly enough, some people think this was the last decent one in the series, and some people didn't like all the ones that came afterwards, which is quite a shame, because those ones were some of the best ones. Some of them were, not all of them, of course. I'm gonna jump up this thing. I have no idea what this thing we're on. Looks like some sort of aircraft carrier of some sort. There we go, we just send several blasts into that guy. This game also seems to like throwing these kinds of enemies at us. They seem to be everywhere. I guess it was another result of that surplus sale that Dr. Doppler must have went on that gave him all these robots, this whole robot army. Maybe they were decommissioned from some other army and they were just giving them up. So they thought, let's just sell them for a dirt cheap price. It's like failed products. If you can go to stores, you can find like Disney Star Wars toys that are on sale for like 25 cents a piece because no one else is willing to buy them. And they've been there for like 5+ years. It's making you think this is a mini-boss. This isn't really a mini-boss at all. It's just some time capsule thing that just sits on the side of the wall. For some reason, shooting at that thing and you turn so many times somehow changes the gravity, so it inverted the stage. I don't know if it changed the gravity or not, but it did flip the stage sideways. Imagine if it didn't get flipped sideways. I mean, I'm sure X could still probably get for this, considering the fact it could pretty much jump and climb up virtually any wall in the game. But did the enemies know that? I know it was the enemy placement part of that. And the boss, did the boss know about the fever? Well, we're going after the next boss, the next aquatic boss in this game. There's only 3 of them in this game. There's so many aquatic stuff in this game. We're going to use his weakness on him, of course, which is that shield we picked up in the previous level. The Triad Thunder. I wonder where they got that name from. I guess Tri, because it's like pre-components, pre-things, but it's mostly just an obligatory shield. Doesn't even stay up for very long. It's actually kind of a useless weapon. It doesn't protect you for much. The only good thing it could really do is to serve as a weakness for this guy, this shrimpy guy. This guy looks like Pepe from the Muppets. This guy looks like he'd rather go and work for salaries rather than Stardust. Maybe that's why I went to work for Dr. Doppler. Maybe he was part of some sort of acting trope. Maybe he was a reject from the Muppets, and then the Muppets didn't want him anymore, so he went to join Dr. Doppler so he have a better life at trying to kill Mega Man X. Only for Mega Man X to go and kill him instead. Yeah, so much for a career change. Quite possibly the worst career change in history. What weapon is this now? You get... Spinning Blade. Yeah, how original. A very imaginative name for a weapon. It is what it sounds like it is. A spinning blade. Ray Phoenix, signing out.